Hello Pisces, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your weekly read from the 30th of September to the 6th of the October. Thanks very much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you on board. You can be with me on this amazing journey. I'm loving every moment of it and really enjoying that everybody's enjoying my readings. Somewhere during the last couple of days I went over 1,000 likes, and it's pretty awesome. I can't explain how I feel. If my readings don't resonate with you, however, that's also good. You can move on to the next reader. But please make sure that you look at your moon, your rising, and also your Venus sign, because sometimes they can give you a little bit more insight. Cards I'm using today are the Morgan Greer. Looks like you've got some stability coming up here, Pisces. Something's happening for you to bring a bit of stability into your life. Morgan Greer Tarot, and we're ready to rock. Okay, energy for the week is the Two of Pentacles. Now this is a few times I've seen this out today. So that says to me the energies around at the moment are very, how would you say? No, they're sort of unstable, because in this card we see a man balancing two pentacles. So he's not sure which way to go here. So he could have two choices where he needs to make one choice. But we saw that Four of Wands come up at the beginning. So I think that this choice for you, Pisces, is about stability. You want something stable, something long-term, something meaningful. So obviously you're tossing up between two things here. Now it could be about a job. You may have, a casual job and want a full-time job. It could be about a relationship where you have two people to choose from. It could be even about you've got a relationship and you want to take a further step into the relationship and make it more committed. To bring some stability in. But this says to me you are looking for the answer to one of these pentacles. Now I always think one of the pentacles is up higher than the other, so you already know which way to go. It's just a matter of making up your mind. Okay, so the first card out is the Emperor. Now we've seen him a bit today too. The Emperor is a person who has very high standing in the community. Sometimes this can be a father figure, can be a teacher, lawyer, counsellor, somebody that you go to for advice. It's somebody that you respect, who's esteemed, who has a standing in the community. Sometimes this can just be, like your father figure, but definitely somebody you look up to and would like advice from. And then we have the Ace of Cups here. So this would say to me, Pisces, if you're not in love, this is on its way to you. So there's love coming in here, and it's coming in very strongly. And I'm not sure with the Emperor now whether this is how you're feeling at the moment. So it could be that you've done a little bit of soul searching yourself. It could be that you've gone through sort of a period of growth where you're feeling very much in your element and very much wanting something more stable and predictable in your life. So for me, this could be why you want love to come in, or you're going after love. Because you're ready for a commitment. Okay, and then we have the World. So Pisces, you're closing out a cycle here. So it could be you've had, you've been single for a while and you want to move into a relationship. It could be that you are finishing study to move into work. But this is sort of like a really significant time of your life where you're moving from one phase to another. And it could be that you've been cycling too, and now you're about to finish off the cycle. And what I mean by that is it could have been that you've had a lot of temporary relationships or short-term relationships, and now you're looking for something a little bit more stable. And I feel that with the Emperor and the Ace of Cups, you're definitely after something long-term. Possibly marriage, but you're definitely looking for something that stays the path, like stays. Okay, I feel like in the past you've had a lot of heartbreak. So this card here talks about hurt. This certainly doesn't feel like it's holding you back. So maybe because you've got the Emperor showing up, you've healed this energy. But definitely talking about having a lot of heartbreak in the past. But now it feels to me like you've healed this and you want to move forward. It doesn't feel like energy that is still sitting around you. It could be, but if you're the Emperor and coming up as the Emperor, I'd say that you've healed this. And if you're on the path to looking for love, I'd say almost definitely that this is past energy now. It may still worry you a little bit, but I feel like in the world, you're ready to let it go now. Okay, and the next card out we have is the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles talks about hanging on to stuff. It could be that you're hanging on to your money because you want to make a commitment or you want to move forward on something more stable. You might be looking at how you sit financially with things and whether you're in a position to offer someone something. This can also talk about hanging on to things from the past. So when you're hanging on to things from the past, it doesn't allow you to move forward. So if you want to move forward to find this love, you've got to let some of this go, because it's like baggage and it stops you, it slows you down, it's hard to carry, it's heavy. So if you want to move forward, you've got to be prepared to let things go. And this definitely says this with this Three of Swords here, especially if it is heartbreak or pain. You need to let it go in order to move forward here. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is really nice because this does tell you that you've got enough to do this. You are in a position to offer stability to someone. You are in a position to move forward here. You're definitely, financially stable. If you're not financially stable per se, then you are moving towards this financial stability. The Ten of Pentacles is the card of, like having everything. It's like you have the money, the stability, the ability to move forward with everything because you've got what you need here. It's a card of, oops. Sorry, I'm cooking dinner and my potatoes were boiling over. It's a card of stability. It's the card of having everything you want. And you can see in this picture, he's got someone with him here. So it's like you have this ability to move forward here. And then we have the Moon. Now, this can be seen as the card of Pisces, so I will say that straight away. But what it can also talk about is secrets here. There's something hidden. Now, I don't know if this is... There's nobody here other than you in this reading. This is all you so far, Pisces. So what is it that you're not facing up to? Because here this tells me that something is not being brought to the surface. You're not facing something. Okay. Honestly, this is like a personal reading, this one. You're in love with someone. You're in love with someone already. And you're not admitting this to yourself. You want to move forward, you want to have stability. You can't make your mind up which way to go. I thought it might be about two people. Now I'm looking at this, I'm thinking you don't know whether to go for stability or not. I think you're ready and you want to. But now I've seen this card, I think it's you're denying this. This is what this is all about here. Okay, this is the card of tossing it backwards and forwards. This is in your head. This is overthinking, tossing it backwards and forwards all the time. There's a decision that needs to be made because I think you're actually in love with someone already, or there's someone here that you want to be with. But for some unknown reason, you do not want to open up. You want to keep this a secret. Okay. Yeah, look at what you're doing to yourself here. You've got yourself tied up in all kinds of knots. You don't know whether to move forward or not. Now, it might have been the Pisces reading the other day that somebody said to me on the feedback that the reading was around the wrong way, that they were cross-watching for a Pisces, and it was actually them that had gone through this with, I think, a Libra. and it was the shoe was on the other foot. So it could be this other person we're talking about here. So I want to make that clear that that can happen, and thank you for that, subscribers, to say that. So this is the person, this is you, all tied up in knots, without a doubt. You don't know whether to move forward on this, and you're overthinking it. You've even got yourself blindfolded so you don't have to look at it. It's so crazy, because it's like you really want this. What is wrong that you can't dig deep enough to work out what you want? And you're looking back at the past. Okay. All right, what this feels like now is that you're finding this very difficult to move forward because you're scared of getting hurt again. You don't want to go through the pain again. So you're going to avoid things, Pisces, because you don't want to go through pain. I do understand that. I get it. I really do. But I think that you're never going to experience anything in life unless you turn around, walk forwards, and accept that sometimes things aren't going to be smooth. Sometimes you're going to get hurt. That's life. But you need to turn around and look at the 2 cups here, because there's love waiting for you here. It's waiting for you to turn around and take it. There it is there. And there it is there. That's love through and through. Okay, let's get a romance angels to put on that. Tough reading, Pisces. Tough reading. Okay, beautiful. Did you see the card is the card of trust? And that's what you're not doing at the moment, is you're not trusting. So it says this situation is calling for you to have faith. There's love being offered by the universe, and you're too worried about taking it in case you might get hurt. But I think you need to trust that this is the real deal. Thanks, Pisces.